All right, agents, how you doing today? Got a build for you here that I use to do the solo entrance of the Incursion. There's actually three builds here that I can show you. I showed off the builds in the video, but I want to actually do a description of the tank build that I used. And it actually is kind of unique. It's a little bit different. But this right here, if you watch the video, yes, you can tank through it. Now, can you use this probably for solo and a legendary? Maybe. A little bit different. But I use this to solo the first part of the entrance, the tank part. As you can see, it's pretty much an all armor core style build. I used the Scorpio and the mop. Demolition is what I used as my specialty up here, as you can see. But then I used the Scorpio. As you can see, I have this thing maxed out. I obviously have it 6 on the weapon. Crit damage, damage to armor, and shotgun. I have a mop here basically so that I can get a shotgun, armor, and armor on kill. Helps me out. And then I used a D50 just in case for a little close range. The Cathoris Mass is what I used on this one here. You get that damage, you get armor, incoming repair, armor regen. I used the protection from Elite mod, but this right here is a beautiful talent. Vicious Cycle. Taking damage builds stacks to a cap of 30. Each stack grants 1% weapon damage. Taking damage at max stacks triggers a purge and removes all the stacks and status effects, and then drops a healing cloud with the restores 5% of max armor for 10 seconds. Really huge, helps out, gives you damage. As far as backpack goes, I used a Bellstone. One of the name Bellstones gives you 1% armor regen, full on armor. This one has explosive resistance. I'd like to have something with armor regen. That would be nice. Didn't have one, so this one had to do. Hazard protection again. The hazard protection is something that really helps you in the first part of that one because you're going to be getting hit with like flames and fire and stuff like that. So the hazard protection really helped. Another protection from Elite Mod, I only got 12%. I got 113. We'll get into that in a minute. This right here, Intimidate, because you're playing close range the entire time. While you have bonus armor, gain 1 stack each second up to the max of 7. Each stack increases weapon damage by 5% to enemies within 10 meters. Definitely helps you out, especially when you're behind your shield with the pistol. And that actually goes kind of unison here with the backpack that we've got. I'm using a named Gavarol backpack. I hope that's how you call it, or Ruck Pack is how they call it. Has a 5% total armor. It's a UG backpack, by the way. I have weapon damage on this one. Probably need to re-roll that. You can re-roll it actually to armor. You don't need it, so the weapon damage actually helps. This one has health and armor regen. I'd love to have, again, hazard protection as much as I could there, but that's all I had. Protection from Elite Mod. And then here's what goes along with the other talent that we had. Adrenaline Rush. Whenever you're within 10 meters of an enemy, gain 20% bonus armor for 5 seconds, stacks up to 3 times, which actually goes with Intimidate because once you get that bonus armor, guess what? You're getting weapon damage. And you're staying within 10 meters of a lot of the enemies. Now here's the parts of the build that you have to craft. You cannot farm for these. You just go to the crafting staple and farm. Improvise parts. I've got an improvised gloves, which has damage. This one has critical kit damage. Again, I'd like to have hazard protection, but the crit damage actually helps. Armor regen, protection from Elite Mod. Knee pads, armor, health. Love to have armor regen, but beggars can't be choosy. So we went with what we got. Hazard protection, protection from Elite Mod. Guess what? Same thing. Improvised holster. Damage. Again, would love to have armor regen, a hazard here, but these worked. And then there's that's that piece, man, everybody wants. 13% protection from Elite. I've got 1, and, well, there it is. So, this is a build in a nutshell. Has 1.7 million armor. I used the Bulwark Shield. and has 5 skill tiers to it, which really helps out that shield. Using a reviver hive, you don't have to. You actually, I would use decoy, so I'm not really 100% sure why I'm actually using a reviver hive when normally you're not going to go down with this build. You'd have to do something very wrong to go down with this build. Also, if you don't have Scorpio, you don't want to use Scorpio, you can use another gun, and you can put Liberty here. And Liberty's a very good pistol. Actually, would benefit well with the shield also. As far as the stats go, not a lot of crit, not a lot of damage. It's all about your weapon damage in this one, but it's all about going to be right here in your armor regen, your health, how much armor. Showing no armor on kill, but that armor is just massive here that you've got. So definitely a build that will keep you alive in that first part of the incursion. I could keep you alive pretty much into a legendary. You could try it, but this build is what kept me alive. It works. Are there some changes that I could do to it? Sure. The ones that I just named, like armor regen, hazard pro on some parts. But in a nutshell, this is the build, the tank part build that I use to do solo incursion entrance. Hope you enjoyed. Hit the likes and shares. Thanks again for watching.